This prison story is brought to you by JS Corner. I'm going to have his link to his channel pinned at the top of the comment section. Y'all go check him out.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Man, chill, y'all, chill. I only owe 10 soups and a pack of Newports. I ain't giving up my ass. Come on now. Come on. You gonna give up what we say you gonna give up, sucker? Get his pants. Get his pants. Oh! What up, what up, what up? We are back. Who am I? Jersey Street Corner, and this is the Prison Talk Show, people. So let's get into it. Now, I know y'all looking at the thumbnail and y'all like, alright, maybe Corner gonna take it easy on us today. Nope, I most certainly am not. Why? Because this is the Prison Talk Show, people, where we get into it. Now, this story I'm gonna bring y'all today is about a guy named Lavelle. Everybody just called him LV, because honestly his name Lavelle sounds gay as hell. Pause. No disrespect to any Lavelles out there. But Lavelle was what you could call a prison hustler. And you always gotta watch out for guys like him because they could be snakes. Think about it. They don't discriminate. They doing business with whoever got the money. Whoever got that bread, that's where they at. So going from one gang or group and bringing info to another gang or group is crazy work. But you can't put nothing past a prison hustler. Now, in order to avoid falling for one of LV's tricks, you had to always tell him no. I don't care if he asks to clean yourself for free. Say no. Cause he like Candyman or a cop. Once you invite him in, it's over. Now, I started to get interested in LV's business when I saw he started doing good for himself. He was doing alright. So I had a few people follow him around on the low just to see what he was up to. When I got the word back, not only was LV's game genius, it was diabolical, y'all. LV was actually living in PC, and nobody knew it until my peoples uncovered it. Now, we didn't let this information leak out. Nah, that's going to be in the pocket. We're going to find out what else LV got going on. It was kind of hard to pinpoint and figure out exactly what the heck LV was up to, but after the investigation, we got it, y'all. We figured it out. So, alright, let me run it down for you. LV, now, alright, let's start here. There's 4 pods, I told y'all. A, B, C, and D. Now, he would go to each one of the pods and borrow from the stores. There's multiple stores in the pod. There could be 2, there could be 3. He would borrow stuff from all of those stores. Every store in every pod, y'all. And he would take his haul back on up to where he was staying at, which was PC. And nobody knew that. Now, I know y'all thinking, well, if he in PC, how he coming out to the pods and this and that? See, LV ran a cold game. He had the COs on his side. And being that he was getting that bread, he was able to break them off. He checked himself in the PC just so he could have a cell by himself to stack all that commissary. And nobody couldn't touch him. Now, it normally didn't come to any drama because from what we observed, this guy was genius. He would get the stuff from the store. Then he would take it back to PC. Now, those guys back there are really in PC. They got no movement. They can't get out for nothing. They ain't got no friends because they in PC. Protective custody. He would sell the stuff for 4 and 5 times what it was worth on that block. He had more than enough money to pay back all of the stores and the COs and still have a whole mess of stuff for himself. I'm talking about this man. He had soups, chips, candy bars. I mean, you name it. He got the big screen TV in there. He don't got the little small clear joint. He got the big screen TV up in there. He chilling. Color, not black and white. Now, after watching LV's moves for a few days, we decided, we're going to have to figure a way to get in on this. Ain't no way we're going to let this dude pull this one right over on our turf. Nah, this A block. He can't be coming over here and pulling this type of stuff. We see him borrowing from the stores over here. Now, when he pay the stores back, he don't just pay them back what he owed them. He give them a little extra to keep them happy. So if he happen to be a few days late, they not going to sweat LV because they know he good money. He always good money. And he come back with extras. So he got it good with all the pods. So we like, all right, we might not be able to infringe on whatever they got going on because that could start a war. But we're going to get to the bottom of it, y'all. We're going to find out exactly what's going on. Now, LV, he would deal with some very dangerous people. One person being a guy named GM, aka Gorilla Miss. GM was in for M1, y'all. 25 to life. Almost 300 pounds of pure bad. This guy will hurt you if he's bored. If you in that day room and there's some bullshit on, you might as well go ahead and leave before you end up, hurt up. It's all your fault and your head inside of the damn TV. Well, like I said, y'all, LV was upholding that appearance that he was living in one of the 4 pods. Nobody knew he was actually living out in PC by choice. Now, he would come to mess hall regularly. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So he would have regular access to all the guys, all the people in the pods. This is where we would all mingle and do business. So he would set up several different, let's say, contracts throughout the prison. And GM approached him. And this is a guy that doesn't ask for many things. But the one thing that he wanted was a gray Nike sweater. That's all he wanted, y'all. He said, I'll pay cash for it. I'll send the Cash App for it. And he wanted gray because that'll blend in with the, the sweats. We can have gray sweats in prison. So if you're wearing a gray Nike hoodie, and it just got a little black Nike check on it or whatever, they not gonna really know. But to you, it's everything. To you, that fit, that feel on your skin, you like, yeah, this is some real official. This ain't that state work. This that Nike, you heard? So, if you knew somebody that had access to getting garments like that, yeah, you was gonna pay for it. And LV wasn't, he wasn't charging no low prices. You talking about for a Nike hoodie, he wanted $240. Yeah, he wanted double the price. Because you figure, y'all, the CO had to actually wear the Nike hoodie into the prison under his uniform, go to the bathroom and take it off, then ball it up and hide it and slide it over the LV. It was a lot involved in getting that hoodie into the prison. So you best believe people had to get paid and bribed. Now, here's where the problem lies. GM already sent the Cash App. LV has $240 sitting in his Cash App. And he decides he ain't giving GM shit. Nah, man. This nice. This real nice. This feel good. I don't care if it's a little big, because he got the size for GM. GM wanted extra large. He like 300 pounds. And he like, shoot, this just be extra warm. Shoot, I like this. Man, I ain't giving him this shit. I ain't gotta see him again. I don't gotta see him again. Bump it. So LV just hung it up on his bunk, and he just sat there and chilled, and he was happy. Now, he did another deal with, let's just say, another criminal, but a different kind of criminal, y'all. A psychological criminal. One that plays with your mind. And this guy's name was Craig. Craig was very, very quiet. And he just wanted something that reminded him of home. Craig wanted a pair of Nikes. Just a pair of sneakers. Just he could walk around the yard and just feel good. And a regular pair of Air Force Ones, y'all. Some black and white Nikes. Something that he could walk around in and get away with it. The guards would let him slide. And he was willing to pay $385 for a pair of Nikes. I know y'all like, that's crazy work. It is crazy, but it's prison. You don't want to pay inflated prices, don't go to prison, y'all. That's all I'm going to tell y'all. So, the Nikes, they got into the prison, believe it or not. He was able to get those Nikes. And guess what, y'all? Just like GM, Lavelle, a.k.a. LV, said, I ain't giving Craig shit. He gonna have to get it in blood. And he put them Nikes right there inside of his bunk. Because what LV planned to do is either sell them to the highest bidder or just keep them for himself and wear them. But he'd rather get that bread. Now, things are getting a little shaky for LV because now you coming down the mess hall is even kind of compromised. You got a dude like GM looking for you, and you got a dude like Craig looking for you because you done stuck both of them. Well, sometimes y'all, the prison politics get a little dirty. And when you involve the prison officers, it gets even dirtier. Let's just say the same officers that LV was paying off to keep things quiet, well, they didn't care about that little chump change that LV was bringing in. It wasn't enough money for them to look, the other way when it came down to real money from all of the pods. When the Bloods and the Crips and everybody got together and said, listen, let's get this bag and let's do something about this whole thing. Now, they was tired of LV pretty much. He was living like a king and nobody knew where he was living at. And the problem rests at the fact that GM told everybody this dude a fraud. He took my bread, and when I see him is on site. I don't know where he at. I've been searching around all the pods. I've been asking around. Nobody know where he at. It's something not right. So once GM start looking for, I'm gonna start calling him Gorilla Mist. Once Gorilla Mist started looking for him, then everybody else started looking for him because he owed stores and all the pods. So at this point in time, he owed a lot of people a lot of money, and he's missing in action. He know he done stuck 2 real niggas up, and he can't show his face, not just yet. Not till he makes some of that bread back. That's what his plan is. So he over there on his PC block trying to make some of that bread back. And it's coming. The money coming in quick. 4 and 5 times what it's worth. And they paying. They give you $6 for a Slim Jim. That's a come up. For real. Now, by the time we got to the last count, Gorilla Mist already formulated his plan. He got with the COs. He already told them, after lockdown, I need to get out my cell and head over to the PC block. He had already found out where LV was resting at. Now, LV, he got his cell all decked out. Got the white sheet across the front of the, cage. You can't see in. He chilling. Got the TV, all his commissary out. He just back there chilling. He has no idea what's about to happen. Now, it's about maybe 1:30 in the morning, and we'll see the guards come, and they'll take Gorilla out. And we're like, oh shit, where the hell he going? Where he going? And they walk him on out. Excuse me. Now, as soon as he get on the block, they let him walk down. They told him what cell old boy was in. And they let him walk all the way down to LV's cell. And as soon as he got close enough, they hit the button. And his cell door pops open. And LV like, what the heck? What the heck going on? He half sleeping there. GM already done slid in the cell and closed it behind him. Boom. Locked the door. Now he face to face with Gorilla. This man gave you $240 for that Nike hoodie that's hanging on your end of your bed right there. And you disrespected him. You didn't bring it to him. You decided to keep it and hide. Oh no. So now this is where it gets a little diabolical, y'all. Gorilla Mist, like I told y'all, he got a 25 to life. And unfortunately for LV, Gorilla has come to terms that he will never see another woman in his life. And if he does, he just don't know if he wants to, because he's surrounded by men. And he's just going to do what he got to do. He going to live his life. He got 25 years. He going to take Lavelle's ass. That's the punishment. That's the punishment for your bullshit. You took my money, I'm going to take your ass. And well, let's just say Gorilla Miss got the beating and throwing him around that cell like a gorilla would. Picture a gorilla pounding somebody out. Bang, bang, bang. And taking what they want. That's exactly what happened to Lavelle that night. And it's only fitting that I call him Lavelle after that incident. I mean, it is what it is, right? Now, the other guy, Craig, obviously he followed up right behind GM. He was waiting. He was waiting in line. This is prison, y'all. There's a booty bandit around each and every corner. You just gotta find them before they find you. Now, Craig, I told y'all, he liked to play mind games. So, he kind of tortured LV to the point where he wanted to make him say that he wanted it before he did it to him. Yeah, those are the kind of games he was playing. And once LV finally gave in and said it, because he was tired of getting beat down, and he just said, bump it, GM already done ran all up in him. So he might as well give in and let Craig do the same thing, beat him on up. And that's exactly what happened, y'all. Let's just say, without giving y'all the details that y'all so desperately want to hear, LV turned out to a full-fledged punk after this one incident. After getting trained out, he turned to a straight-up punk. And that's just what it was for the rest of his prison sentence. He had to live like that. I don't know what he did, coming home, if he came home. I don't know. And I don't really care. Because LV should have knew better. Sometimes all money ain't good money. And you don't go around stealing from people that you can't beat. Simple as that. And, well, LV, they beat you. They beat you out your manhood. Listen, that's going to be it for this story. I hope you liked it. Like, share, subscribe, hype the damn video, and get at your boy in them comment box. Alright, this is the Prison Talk Show. I am your boy, Jersey Street Corner, and I'm out.